Okay, so today we're going to learn about list methods. Some of the list methods that, we've learned about functions for lists, but so far no list methods. What's the difference between list methods and list functions? Well, a function, basically, you call the function, like max, we learned about that, and we said print. Let's just print it to see what the output is. And we call the function and we send the list over to the function. And if we run it, it'll send our maximum value in our list, which is 12. And we also learned about the add function for a list. And that just takes all these numbers. Oh no, it wasn't called add, it was called sum. It takes all these numbers and adds them up and returns the output. The difference between methods, and there's a lot of differences, but what for our intents and purposes, the difference between methods and functions is that the name of the list comes first and you put dot, and an example would be append. Now what does append do? Append, we throw a 5. If we run our code, nothing gets returned, but something happened to the list. Okay, so LST, and if you notice, there's an extra 5 over here. Okay, so append, append adds an element to the end of the list, or appends it. What else do we have? We have something called list lst dot extend, and then lst. So, or it extends the list by a new list. So if I have to have a new list, lst2, and let's just say equals 5, 6, 7. So what does it do? So let's give a description right here. Add all elements to the end of lst of lst2. And where does lst2 go? In here, lst2. So if we look at the list, it just extends the list by lst2. So let's run our code. Now what it did, it appended 5, then it appended 5, 6, 7. So if I print up list, and as you can see, nothing got returned. It was just a modification of our original list. There's our original list, ends here. We append the 5, and then we extend 5, 6, 7. Another method that we need to learn is list.insert. And we send an index. You know what? Let's just index and element. So it inserts at a specific index a specific element. So let's just see how that works. Actually, let's remove this. And let's give it a name. Insert element at index of LST, pushing later elements forward. And an example of that would be lst.insert, and we're going to put it in index 2 right there, and we're going to put something that we'll notice like 1000. At index 2 we'll put in the value of 1000. Let's run our code. Let's print lst, and as you can see, at index 2 we have 1000. Okay, what else do we have? We have lst.pop, not poop, pop. And what does lst.pop do? It removes the last element, removes, and returns. So the rest of the methods didn't return anything. The element, oops, at the end of LST. So it's going to return 5. Let's pop it a few times. lst.pop. And let's print LST as well. Print LST. Repeat that a few times. Control V, Control V, Control V. So we're going to pop it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to pop 6, 7, 5, 5, 5. Okay, let's run our code. All right, so what happened? Oh, I see. We're printing out the list as it stands. So first of all, we pop the 7 out of our code, then the 5, then the 6, then the 5, then another 5. And did we print it? No, we did not print it. But as you can see, the last number is 7. So let's take a look at this again. Let's just print, just so we can see that it gets returned as well. All right. Print. Print the pop number. Print. And let's print this pop number again as well. Now when I run my code, it'll show you the number getting popped as well. So 7 got popped, that's my new list. Then 6 got popped, that's my new list. Then this 5 is going to get popped. The 5 is returned. 5 gets popped, and 5 gets popped again. If we look at the list, it now has a 7 on it. Okay, so that's how pop works. Let us remove this. Let's add some different code here. 65, because these 5s don't make it easy. Okay, next, lst.pop 5. If you want, you can guess what this does. Pause the video, see if you're right. Removes and return the element at index of st of list. Alrighty. So if I pop 5, it's gonna pop. So first of all, what is it gonna do? It's going to append 65 to LST, then it's gonna extend it, then it's gonna insert 1,000. Let's just work with one bit of code. lst.pop to make it very easy. Pop 5. So it's going to pop 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to return it. So let's print it. What gets returned? We'll run. 8 gets popped. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at index 5, the item gets popped. And as we can see at index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 8's no longer there. It just continues with 2, 9, 12, 0, 2, etc., etc. All right. So the next item is pretty similar. LST dot remove element. And what does this do? this removes first occurrence of element from L, not the index. So what do? Let's try run this code, and let's try lst dot remove dot remove 0. And is it going to remove? You'll notice that, oops, I spelt it wrong. As you can see, it did not take out index 0. It removed our first occurrence of 0, which is over here. Okay. See how 2 occurs twice. So you'll notice that it's not going to take out both 2's. It'll take out the first occurrence of 2. So it'll go 4, 5, 3, 7, 8. It'll remove that 2. LST. So now there's only that 1, 2 to start, and then the second 2 over there. It only removes the first occurrence of it. What if the element is not there? What happens? You might be wondering. So it's going to try and remove the first occurrence of 2000. List.remove x, x not in the list. So it actually gives you an error if the value is not there. And then finally, you have lst.sort. And what does sort do? It sorts the elements in LST. I don't know why I keep saying LST. And how do we do this? lst.sort LST. And as you can see, it's sorted from in ascending order. Okay, if you want to know more, you can just type in dir list list, and it'll give you all kinds of things you can do, all kinds of methods that there are. There's something called reverse. Let's try this. lst.reverse LST, and now it's going in descending order. All right, that's it for now. I'll post some questions for you to try, like multiple choice for you to practice.